Well, the new junior football season is in full swing. Believe it or not, this is junior fixture number 4 in the McBookies West Region League. And without much further ado, we'll go straight on to the results in this new series of Kicktalk. McBookie.com West Region Premier Division. Auchinleck 4, Clydebank 0. B7, Rob Roy 2. Cumnock 4, Oven Meadow 0. Glenafton 6, Renfrew 2, Halford 5, Petershill 1, Kilbirnie 0, Largs 2, Kilwinning 3, Troon 0, Pollock 3, Cambuslang 2. And we'll go to the rest of the results later in the programme. I was at Valefield Park today in the big Premier League clash, as it was Kilbirnie Ladeside 0, Largs Thistle 2. Now, Largs gained the bragging rights in a match which has divided supporters as to whether it is a derby or not. However, there were meaty challenges right from the word go, which tends to suggest that this is not your atypical football match, and it was a shock to the system for Largs winger Ryan McKee, who was cruelly upended in a late challenge and had to leave the park to be replaced by 17-year-old David Ewing. It was a yellow card for Ryan McCreath of Kilbirnie. So that perhaps set the tone for the game. Thistle were showing some early signs of good passing play, but it was the Ladesiders who had the first clear-cut opportunity, and it was James Finlay who really should have done better. He had a great opening, but he wasn't able to get it on target. So Largs had a bit of a let-off there, to put it mildly. Ex-Meadowman Ben Black scurried on to Fauld's precision pass on the right wing, and he rounded Ladeside keeper Hay, but his angled effort went across the face of goal and was well watched by the Kilbirnie defenders. And then Ladeside's Ryan Hines then saw red in 31 minutes after a challenge on Largs keeper Sean Graham after he saved a loose ball, if it wasn't already, on a powder keg after that early challenge in the opening minutes. But Thistle really did take over. Kilbirnie did, though, have another opportunity against the run of play, and it was another fantastic opening. James Finlay's diagonal effort from the left finished just wide of the right-hand post. It was really agonising for them. But like I say, Thistle really went on to have a very confident midfield passing performance. The second half was dominated by the Seasiders. The opening goal arrived when Black feinted past a challenge, but was barged down on the edge of the D. Miller stepped up and confidently took the free kick, which went into the roof of the net like a bullet on 56 minutes. Strilla's turned and shot from the edge of the area for Largs was also very close, and then Black just had the keeper to beat, but shot narrowly wide. The Thistle midfield were busy with a range of short and long passes, and Harkins and Miller were really on fire, with regulars such as Graham Muir and Kevin Strillas also on top of their form, while Black made a nuisance of himself throughout. Others such as McMaster, Ewing and right back Folds, who's on loan from Ayr, really contributed to this clash as well, while the Largs defence really did cope well with Kilbirnie's few forays forward in that second half. And Nicky Jimison from defence, he weighed in with a looping header from Harkins' free kick out on the right, which bounced off the crossbar with Hay beaten. The second goal arrived, and it was a rasping free kick on the angle from the right hand side, Harkins beautifully placing it into the top left hand corner. This was champagne football from Largs, and very impressive. As for Kilbirnie, they were hamstrung by that first half sending off, and they were really chasing the game after that. And before our next report, we'll look at the results in the West Region Championship. It was Benbub 3, Kilsyth 1, Craigmark 1, Dalry 1, Cumbernauld 2, Rutherglen 3, Govan 1, Arthurlie 5, Neilston 5, Ovenvix 3, Rosvale 3, Kello 0, St Roch's 9, Larkhall 2, Whitlets 4, Darvel 4. And now it's off to Stuart McConnell, who was at Abbey Park.
Welcome to Abbey Park for this McBookie Premiership game between Kilwinning Rangers and Troon. The hosts were flying high after a good start to the league campaign, while Troon were sort of looking to pick up points. The visitors had new signing Christian Nada, the former Dundee and Hearts ace, in their lineup after he signed with the Portland Park club during the week. There's a great chance for Buffs in 3 minutes when a shot from Mark McKenzie was blocked by the legs of Darren Johnson. That was 12 yards out. Less than a minute later, a 25-yard rocket from Sam McCloskey crashed off the crossbar and went over as Buffs kept pressing. The deadlock was finally broken on the hour when a Boylan shot from 16 yards was saved by Johnson, but recent signing McKenzie drove home the rebound from 12 yards. Buffs came close in 65 minutes when a Monty cross was headed just over the bar from 8 yards by Boylan. 10 minutes later, Buffs were awarded a penalty when Ryan Nisbet was pulled back inside the box by David Syme. A needless challenge, really, and Maitland stepped up to net from the spot to double the lead. The other end, 2 minutes later, a 20-yard free kick from Dean Keenan was saved on the line by Strain. However, in 80 minutes, Buffs were awarded another penalty following a handball inside the box by Keenan from a free kick which the visitors felt shouldn't have been awarded. The veteran Keenan was booked, and again Maitland came up coolly to net from the spot. Monty was unlucky in 88 minutes when he made a darting run and had his 12-yard shot saved by Johnson. But that was all, really. That was that at Abbey Park. So, from Abbey Park, where the final score in this McBookie Premiership game was go winning Rangers 3, 2-0 at Stuart McConnell for Kicktalk.
And after the match, Stuart spoke to Kilkenny manager Chris Strain.
We're growing in confidence. I think that's clear to see. We're getting used to one another in terms of where we should be and doing our jobs. This moment in time, we're knocking the ball about really, really well. We've got good fluency, good fluidity within the team, interchanging our positions and everything else, and we look like a good side at the moment. We've yet to go behind in the games this season. Our dear, we were behind for a couple of minutes and we get back in the game, but we've yet to go behind, which will be another test when we do. But I think you can see the signs that we've got a good team in the making here. We're controlling the game, we're playing football in the right manner, and to be honest, 3-0 isn't probably a fair reflection in the margin between the teams.
The ball movement as well, I thought they were even doing their jobs, passing the ball, interfering.
We're a footballing team, and the more opportunity we get to play football, the better. But teams will try and stop you, and again, Troon try to stop you today, but that's the difficult part, is to make sure that when teams come up against you, you keep your patience and you work hard. And I think the thing that you guys maybe don't notice is how hard they're working off the ball to create angles for their teammates. Nobody's at any point static and standing still, and that interchanging and that fluency is good. Though as pitches degenerate and different things, then it'll be difficult to play in that way. But that's the type of team that we are, and we have to try and work and play that way.
And Stuart also spoke to dejected Troon manager Jim Kirkwood.
I think half time we were quite happy the way we defended. We didn't have what you would call any majorly clear-cut chances. We had a couple of good efforts in goal, couple of corners, nothing really cutting edge. But we knew it was going to be hard here today. I mean, we knew it was going to be tough, and I think the disappointing thing for me is, in the second half it's went to 1-0. We've missed a chance from a yard or two out. The balls went long up to their centre forward, and we've given away a Stonewall penalty. And it is a Stonewall penalty, and there's no argument at all. No, I mean, he can't. He's pulled the jersey quite blatantly.
And the other one, do you think that was?
The other one, I think, soft. I don't think the other one's a penalty. But the referees explained why he thought it was a penalty, and that's.
I suppose you're going to get tough games coming here, in the league, and this is probably one of the better sides.
Well, we've played in our first 4 league games: Auchinleck, Beeve, Kilwinning and Pollock. Top 4 from last year. That's been our opening 4 league games. And I would say I'm not going to count the third goal as it goes. I think it's a disgrace. It's never a free kick for a start. Dino has clearly won the ball. Not even taking the man, he's won the ball. I don't know why the referee's given a free kick. he's also booked, which is strange.
Yeah.
And then
Was it a hand?
the referee told us against Beith. He said if the ball, he told us before the game, if the ball hits a wall, a hand when the player's in the wall, he will not give a penalty.
Right.
That is what he's been told to do. And then today the referee's done it today. So, one week you get told one thing, the next week is another thing. So I'm just discounting that. But I mean, well, they're a good side.
Yeah, easier games coming up.
Well, we've had that. I would say they're 4 harder. I mean, you kind of get a harder start than playing the top 4 from last year. And we've picked up a couple of points, and we competed really well against Bede. And I think in the main today, we showed that we can compete at least.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we showed we could beat them, but we certainly showed we could compete at the very least.
And now it's on to our results roundup. We're into the West Region League 1. Winton Rovers 1, Shotts 2, Bellshill 0, East Kilbride 2, Gatcairn 4, Greenock 4, Luga 2, Greenock 4, Maryhill 0, Wishaw 1, Royal Albert 2, Poglasgow 1, Shetterton 1, Bellantire 2, Yoka 1, Maple 2. In West Region League 2, Anbank 1, Carluke 2, Ashfield 4, Ardere 2, Lesmahago 3, Vale of Clyde 4, Muirkirk 2, St Anthony's 1, Newmains 1, Johnsonborough 2, Saltcoats 3, Lanark United 6, Vale of Leven 3, Forth Wanderers 1.